Hello and welcome to Book Explorer Podcast. We're gonna have a lot of fun together as we explore the fantastic world of books. Stay tuned. Before we get started, I'd like to talk a bit about this channel. I'm Mohammed, and as you may have realized by now, I'm a learner and I don't consider myself as an advanced English speaker. So please excuse me in advance if I make any grammatical or vocab mistakes or if my accent isn't that great. However, I'll do my best to improve every day and with each episode as we move forward. I appreciate your comments here regardless of whether you point out to my accent, dude, you have a terrible accent, or you use a wrong word there. I really appreciate those. I read them all, and believe me, it's going to encourage me so much, and it helps me improve myself. What's more, when you add comments here, I know I have some followers who listen to me, and it's going to help me a lot. Okay, here we talk about books for those who are interested in both English and books. This is a place to improve your listening in English, and also if you're interested in books, we're going to talk about them a lot. This is actually the main point of this channel. All right, today we're going to discuss a fabulous book by Marcel Proust, which is on reading. Marcel Proust is a 19th century French novelist famous for a 4,000-page book. Guys, 4,000-page book. It's named In Search of Lost Time. If you want to know what the name would mean in Persian, it's در جستجوی زمان از دست رفته, which I've heard this is the longest novel in history, but we're not talking about that now. Let's focus on the other book, On Reading. On Reading is quite a short book, but interestingly, the majority of book is dedicated to description of the book world and the feelings the bookworms experience while interacting with books. It might seem fun, but frankly, it's boring, at least in my opinion. When Proust starts the main topics after 50 pages of description, it gets much better. Actually, it's worth to read the book for that short part. But still, if you're interested in description, it's not that bad, but I felt bored when I was reading it. Anyways, this is the first episode, so I thought it would be the best if we talk about reading itself. Let's pause here before we get on the book. What do you think of reading? Let me put it this way. What's the ideal reading style in your opinion? How should we read a book? Is it the best if we just read the book and have fun? Is it all right if we have some questions? We don't know what are the answers, okay? We pick up the right book, we read it, okay, we have our answers. Is that it? Well, that's not what Proust suggests, and I really agree with Proust. Let me quote a sentence from the book before we start. It's really lovely. It says, "Our knowledge begins where the author's ends. Our knowledge begins where the author's knowledge ends." I really love this one. Actually, Proust states that books mustn't be considered as a chest of truth or a magic box you can find all of your answers in, or at least some of your answers. If we do so, we're leaving a huge and a key role to something that is nothing but an inspiration. If we consider a book as a chest of truth, we're training our mind to become lazy and inefficient. Books are supposed to activate your mind, not replace it. As long as you look at them, as I explained, not only they're not helping you to improve yourself, but they're also acting as some sort of obstacle. Obstacle means something that stops you. Let's put it this way. They they act as an obstacle and they stop you where you are. They're not leading you somewhere. They might even mislead you. They might lead you somewhere that it's not supposed to, or it's wrong. So what does suggest? What does Proust suggest? How are we supposed to read books? First of all, just as you don't accept facts from me or anybody immediately, and you think about it or do some research before accept those facts, you should act the same about books. When you see a fact or something that authors suggest, first of all, think about it. Is it really true? Can I find some examples for it that proves that? Can I find some examples that are against what the author suggests? Is it logically correct? Actually, you're walking on a thin ice here. It's actually a great expression. It's really delicate. You shouldn't be so narrow-minded. Say, okay, whatever I know is true, and when I read a book, I can't accept anything from it unless I think it's correct. No. If it's that so, it's going to be the same as accepting it blindly. You're not going to help yourself to improve because you think all you know is true, all the author says is false, so you're not helping yourself. The other way, if you just accept whatever the author suggests, still your brain is not working. It's gonna be a lazy mind. It's not gonna help you at all. So it's actually an art to read a book perfectly and in a way that helps you, not stops you. So I guess you know what I mean. Let's go back to the quote. Your knowledge starts when the author's ends. After you encounter some facts, after you finish reading a book, that's where the author's knowledge ends. All the author's knowledge and facts are in the book. You finish the book, author is gone. Now your role starts. Now your knowledge should begin. You should think about it, as I explained, to extract some facts for yourself. And it's going to help you a lot, guys. There was a time that I used to read books and accept it blindly. And believe me, some of them really mislead me. And after a couple of months or maybe a year, I realized, oh my God, it wasn't right, or it was right. But regarding my conditions and my life and my situation, it didn't fit in. It might be for some other person. It's not always about, okay, author is wrong, I'm right. It's about, does it fit my situation? Does it fit my circumstances or not? All right, I don't want to make this too long. I guess this would do for the first episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I would be most grateful if you could share your feedback with me in the comments section. This is the Book Explorer podcast, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Until then, take care and goodbye.